Welcome to the Delmarva Almanac. Each week we connect you to the best of Delmarva. I'm your host, Dana Kester McCabe. Mike Quattrociocchi was introduced to woodworking at a very young age. When he was 9, his father and his uncles fixed up a barn for their use as a woodworking shop. They taught him the basics, and he's been creating things ever since. Mike went to college and then started his own carpentry business. When he got ready to start a family, he went back to graduate school so he could earn more money. He got his master's degree from Syracuse University and began a career in computer-based training. For 25 years, he worked for GE and Lockheed Martin. A trip to the Eastern Shore provided an opportunity to explore potential places to retire. He and his wife chose Milford, Delaware, which is where they live and where he makes and shows his work now. Their home has beautiful hand-built cabinetry which Mike fashioned in the Mission style. I visited Mike there recently, and he explained how he came to love that school of design.
We actually lived in Manlius, New York for quite a while. And in Manlius was the Stickley factory, which is an arts and, Stickley was a tremendous boon to the furniture business. He developed this arts and crafts furniture. I'm sure many people have heard of Stickley at this time. And I fell in love with this arts and crafts or Mission style. So if you look at any of my boxes or creations, a lot of them you can see these sweeping designs, very simple but sweeping designs. I love the natural look of the wood, the natural figure, and that really influences what I build. Sometimes I'll see a piece of wood and I just like the figure so much that I know, oh, this is going to be something, but I don't know what it's going to be yet. So it might sit on the shelf, and there's been things that sat there for 3 years, and then finally I figure out a project that I'm going to incorporate that piece of wood in. If I can get the quote right, it's actually a quote from Michelangelo, and I kind of use that a little bit, but it's for the woodworking. And his quote was something like, every block of stone has a statue inside it, and it's the task of the sculptor to bring out whatever that statue is. And I know I didn't say it quite right, but I feel like woodworking's the same for me. I see these figures and these the natural grain and colors in the wood, and that kind of speaks to me and influences how I design things or what I design.
Since coming to Delaware, Mike has flourished as an artist.
Delaware's been great to me as far as an artist goes. It's kind of a small state, but to me it feels like it's a big city. The whole state is like a big city. I got to know a lot of people. I got involved in the Mispillion Art League, the Rehoboth Art League, the Biggs Museum, and a new gallery in downtown Milford called Gallery 37. And it afforded me some real recognition.
Mike has won numerous awards and was recently asked to join the Delaware State Arts Council. He also received the prestigious commission of creating one-of-a-kind boxes to be given as special awards by Delaware's governor. Mike's creations are incredibly elegant works of art. You can see the influence of working with computers in the precision of his designs. He uses a combination of hand and power tools to achieve near-perfect joinery. But his methods do not lead to sterile or cold compositions.
Well, I think my approach is kind of twofold, and many times I do have an idea where I want to create something that expresses an idea or an emotion. So about 2 years ago, I did this drawing of a box that actually had some eyes peering out of it, and I said, I'm going to make a box, and I'm going to call it Addiction, where there's this figure inside the box with a hand coming out, trying to get out, but they're stuck in the box. They can't get out. And I thought that represented how a lot of people feel about different things, maybe a relationship or a bad job that they don't like or whatever, they can't get out. So I actually eventually changed the name to Trapped because it could apply to anything, not just an addiction. So that was kind of one idea, that I wanted to really build the box to express that emotion. Sometimes there's hidden things that you don't actually see about the object that I make. It's, there could be a hidden, like I make this secret bottom box. It's a jewelry box, but there's a hidden compartment in the bottom. Or another art box that has a slide lock, that's made out of wood, but you can't really tell it's a lock, so you have to show people how to open it. Or even some of the designs, I have this box I call Point of View. I actually inlaid some eyes on the box, and as it turns out, when you look at the eyes from one direction, they have like a startled look to them, and if you turn the box around and look at the eyes from the other direction, they look soulful. So it's point of view. It depends on how you look at it.
If you'll pardon the pun, Mike's artistry has really been ingrained in him his whole life, starting with his last name.
It's Italian, Quattrociocchi, or Quattrociocchi, in Italian. And when we went to Italy, we asked people, well, what does that exactly mean? Because occhi means eyes, and quattro obviously is 4, but this has a CI in it. And actually, there's two definitions for it. One is it means 4 big curls, and the other definition is it means 4 big logs. So obviously, I'm a woodworker. It's got to be the big logs. So that's what the name means. What I really try to focus on when I'm making things, obviously, what I make is functional. So ultimately, it's a craft. I say I'm a woodwork artisan because what I really try to do is I try to push what I make as a woodwork craft or a woodwork art object past the functional into a real fine art type piece. So you'll see a lot of things that I do, I try to bridge between that, between the functional part and the fine art part.
Visit our website, delmarvaalmanac.com/arts, to see a video of this interview with samples of Mike's work and get links to his website. To see his work fully in 3 dimensions, get yourself to Milford, where you can see his work at the Miss Pillion Art League and Gallery 37. Well, that's all for this edition of the Delmarva Almanac. Be sure to follow us on Facebook or Twitter, and next week join us to learn more about our local culture and get connected to our natural wonders. We'd like to thank our community partners, the Friends of Delmarva Public Radio, and our underwriters for their help in bringing this program to you, our audience. If you'd like to become an underwriter for this program, visit delmarvaalmanac.com/support. Our theme music was provided by Brightside Studio. This show has been a Moonshell production. Thanks for listening. Until we meet again, may the rhythms and tides of Delmarva bring you good fortune.